Okay, what's up everybody? This is Doc. Welcome to Doc's World, and I'm going to show you how to make a uh, kind of like an Excel type of grid using Photoshop because I have not found any way to import or export the file. So what you do is you make sure you got your ruler settings on. In order to do that, you go to View, click on Rulers, and you have like an Excel picture here. So we're kind of just going to first kind of build the grid with ruler lines. So set them up. So here, Control. Yeah, if you hold Control, you can kind of grab it where you can put it where you want to put it. You might want to zoom in a little bit so you can see where you want to be there. Okay, and just drag the lines over. Yeah, build the outer box, build the inner box. And the good thing is, if you got like a calendar like what I'm building here, once you build one, then you've got the other ones made. Again, I haven't found any easy way to import or export these calendar pieces, so just gonna have to do it the hard way for now and build it from scratch. So okay, just zoom out. Let's put in a couple top ones. I'm not gonna put in all the top ones for now. I think I'm gonna do one by one and just clear. I'm just gonna build the outer box first, and then let's see, up and down, horizontal, the vertical lines, and then I will add in the horizontal lines. So I've created a new layer and I'm going to draw the line for the outer box here, and I'm just going to do edit stroke. Black 3 pixels is fine. Okay, let's deselect, take a look at what that looks like. Let's get rid of these guides, show guides, there. So you can kind of see, let's remove this picture, cover section 3. So you kind of see what the border there looks like. Okay. Alright, so we got one there, and we're still in the same layer. I'm just going to name this grid section 1. Okay. And I'm just going to keep building in these lines one by one. Let's turn back on the view for the guides, and let's put that on. Okay, so if I turn on the snap as well, that will help. Turn on snap, and so as I drag the lines from each one, you can see it will kind of snap there. Okay, that didn't work. I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible. The stroke command is, well, I don't know what the stroke command is. Alright, okay. Let's add in the next one. Okay, edit stroke. Okay. Oh, you see? And that's a big mistake there because I'm being sloppy. See, obviously that's not going to work there. So let's just make sure, let's go back. I'm hitting Control Z to undo this. I just want to make sure that these are all going to be connecting here. So let's try this again. Let's make sure that we're on where the snap is. It should, see, it's only, technically only snap where I need it to. You know what, I don't like that outer line box either. I'm going to redo that. Okay, so what I did is I went back and I went here and I reselected that here, and let's do the edit stroke. Okay, and let's go in here. Dude, this guy's fucking blowing me up. Fuck. Sorry, busy now. Okay, so let's just, now when we select this, let's make sure that we're zoomed in properly here, because I want to make sure I get a good snap. Okay, so I want to be on this line here, and let's see here. Just make sure that we're on where we need to be. You can see that it's kind of off, but I guess it'll all show when we do that second one there. Edit stroke. There. I have one more trick in mind if that second one doesn't line up. Okay. So let's click down. Let's hope to God this fucking doesn't do a double. Looks like it is. It's going to do the exact same thing. Okay. Edit stroke. Hit OK. And yeah, that's exactly what we don't want. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this onto a another layer here, and I'm gonna I'm just gonna do the stroke on a new layer. So you can see I've created a second layer here. I'm just trying to get this lined up. This should make it a lot smoother by just moving it to a new layer. Just do my best. Line up there. We'll do an edit stroke. Okay. And so now we've made the same box, but what the fuck? Does this guy want me to cry or something? Alright, and you see there that I've kind of just slid it in. And see, it's a little bit wider than I want, so I'll just do a transform selection there, and then I'll just drag it in and put it where it needs to be. And so that's probably actually the correct one. So what I'll do is I'll just copy this layer again. So I'll just copy, and we'll just slide over the new one. And yeah, you can see that there's, is that about right? Oh, okay. That looks like, wow, that looks a little bit fat there. Is that correct? Alright, so now I'm going to turn off the snap because I think the snap is getting in the way of me. Just, there we go. That's right about where, right on the other one exactly. So you can see that these lines are not really exactly where you want them. I'm doing a Control T. Okay, just make that a little bit. There we go. Just gonna put that there. Okay. And let's see here. I'm gonna just copy that there. Oh, that's not what I want. Okay. So I've copied that. Okay, that one's fine. It's a little off. Just dragged it over. Copy it again. And dragged it over. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, do a Control T to adjust the width there. Okay. And I'm just going to keep going. I've only got a couple more here. Drag this over, copy, drag it over, do a Control T, adjust it to where I want it to be. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, and that's pretty much it for that. Now we can also adjust the original outer border here. Name that outer. Do a Control T, adjust the width a little bit, just make it right where I want it to be. Okay, got that, and that's good enough. Check the bottom. Okay, Control T. Bring that in. Okay. You can see some of these bottoms are off here. I can cut them off or I can drag them in. So let's see. Just make sure. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, let's check where we're at. So that last one, you can see some of the heights and widths are off there. So we'll just drag it in. Just drag it in so it's perfect. Okay, enter. Next one. Let's drag it in. There, that's good. Okay, next one. Drag, Control T, drag it in. Okay, that's fine. Control T, drag it in. Okay, alright, so we've got that. Great. Looks fine enough for now. It's not 100% perfect, but good enough. Alright, so we've got the vertical. And let's do a clear guides. View. Show. Here we go. View and clear guides. Alright. Let's drag in the new lines for the horizontals. There's one here. There's one here. There's one here. One down here. One down here. Down here. And that's about that. What we'll do is we'll save this into a little folder called vertical lines. Okay. Make a new layer. Okay. And we'll start drawing boxes. You can see the first one's here. At the time I do not have snap on because I'm seeing that snap is just not helping at all. Okay. We'll do an edit stroke. Click OK. Okay, that's a little bit fat. So let's just bring it in. I'll do a Control T. Bring that down. I'll bring it in here. And I'll bring it in here. Hit enter. Okay, that's about what I wanted. I'll do a new layer. Okay. From here to there. Okay, we'll do an edit stroke. Okay, that's a little fat, so we'll do a Control T. And we'll drag it in here. We'll drag in the sides, so it's about where we want it. Okay. It looks like I messed up on that one there. Still not right. Let's zoom in here a little bit because I can't fucking see anything. Okay. Huh. That's weird. Just doesn't want to. Okay, I got it. Okay, the left and right. Oh, let's adjust this right one a little bit. I want this to be a little bit more. Huh. Okay, that's strange. Alright, so that one is probably going to be the same as the others, hopefully. Let's just copy that. Drag it down. Let's zoom out. Let's check our left to right. Yep, let's move that a little bit over. And yeah. Okay, that looks good. Let's copy the next one. And let's draw it down, drag it down. Let's do a Control T. Let's drag that lip up a bit. There we go. Let's make a new layer, or just copy that one. Drag it down. Make a new one. Drag it down. Pretty tough to get that right on. That's probably good enough. Make a new one. Oh, and that's it. Alright, we'll save this as our horizontal lines. Okay. And we'll put this all into one group here. Okay. And we'll now remove the other pictures that are just creating this calendar here. And you can see now that I made a few mistakes. Let's clear the guides out. Okay, those guides are gone now. But it's pretty easily fixed. So you can see that some of the vertical lines are incorrect. So I can click on that, hit a Control T, bring that up. Is that right? Okay, that's pretty good. Next one here, I can even remove that. And that's perfect there. I want to change that initial. Okay. Remove that one, that works fine. I'm going to change one of these horizontal lines right here. It's a little bit too fat. I think it's the first one. Yep. You can see I can even remove it, or I can adjust it. Let's bring it up a little bit, up or down. Boom. I think we got it. A little bit fat up here, but I think we're going to call that good. A little bit fat here. Might be able to adjust that. Oh look, I just removed it. Fixed it. I can even remove that outer one there. That's gone. So you see you can kind of remove the ones that are... remove that one. That's gone. That are a little bit too fat, and you're kind of inching towards perfection here. I'm going to move this one up just a hair. Okay, got that one. Okay, I'm going to move this one up a hair. Got it. And we have a pretty much fucking perfect grid. I've got all those layers, but I've got them into one box. So you can see now I have full control over my grid. I also made a separate numbers box here, right over here. And so then I have my, let's see, I've got my red circles as well. Okay, I was just building those circles there. So you see that what I did is I started with a picture here, and I just started to copy in the little features and things that I liked. So I made the red circles, right? I redid all the numbers, and I copied the colors that I wanted in there. You can see. Okay, the numbers are in. Next thing is I need to fill in these colors here and add in these characters here. So let's remove the picture. Let's do that now. Yeah, that's all that's missing. Okay, so let's make a new layer. Let's take the marquee tool. Let's have this box selected. Okay, let's vertical, horizontal. Okay, if we select. Okay, for this we might have to combine this group just so we can get the selection. So what we'll do is we will, because I can't get the selection, I will copy this grid box one here, and I will take this one and I will merge the group. So now I've got this group. I remove the original. Okay, I've got this group as one picture essentially, with the insides open. So now that I have it merged as one group, I can now select each box individually. So I'll make a new layer, and I'll put the box colors on this layer. Box colors 1. Okay. So the first one was red. So box colors. I'll check the picture and I'll grab the color that it has there. So I'll get my dropper tool here, take that color, hide it, go back to the box colors and Control V, whoops, Alt backspace to paste the color. And let's get the next color. Let's make a selection here into this box. Let's turn this on. Let's grab the color with the eyedropper here. And let's remove that. Go back to the box colors and Alt backspace to fill that. Control D to deselect. And let's turn it back on. Let's grab that nice gray color there. Let's turn it off. Go to the grid box. Click there. In fact, let's click all these because they're all the same color. I'm holding Shift to select those all. Okay, we have the color box color selected, and we'll do an Alt backspace to fill. And now we can move this. Let's see here. So let's just take a look and see what it looks like. Turn this off. Turn this on. And it looks pretty similar. The only thing that's different is I've chosen a different color for the box, which is okay. It's fine. It stands out. It's good enough for now. I can always change it later if I want. The next thing I need to do is I need to get these characters. So I know Japanese, so that's not a problem for me. So we are going to make a new layer. And let's select white. I think that, yes, we've got Gothica here. And the first one is Ichiobi. Ichi. Okay. Text size for 8. Might be able to just do this all in one nice layer here. Okay. Well, let's try tab. Maybe that'll. No, that's not gonna work. Space. Okay, the next one is Getsuyobi. Getsu. Okay. Oh, I don't like those spaces. That's not very cool. Alright, we'll just leave it for now. We'll just write it in. Next one is Kayobi. Okay. And that's probably the best we can do there. Next one is Suiyobi. Next one is Mokuyobi. Next one is Kinyobi. The last one is Doyobi. Okay, so we've got those in, set that. Let's adjust the spacing. I have now Japanese font, so I'm going to just switch back to regular. Let's see, because sometimes the spacing matters if you're using. There we go. So you've got the foreign spacing there, and I can get it just where I want it here. Okay. Alright, let's do that. Let's back that in. And there we go. I think we've pretty much got it almost exactly as the other one is set there. So this is now in our December group. Okay. And it looks pretty fucking similar to what the other one is. Oh, okay. I need to add in, says there, the name of the month. Okay, so let's add that in. Okay, so let's add in here. Let's change it to black. December. Okay, I guess we'll just keep it Gothica for now. It's fine. Okay, let's put in the year here. Alright. Gets set to 8, right? Is it on 8? Okay, that's fine. Okay, we've got that. There. And this is the 12th month. 12. Let's increase the size. Just make it the same for now. Okay. And let's see here. Okay, so now let's remove the original calendar. And you can see that it looks almost exactly the same. So now that I've got this section, when I go to do the next section, it will be very easy. So let's do a complete new one, because I was going on to do the next year, the first month of the year. So I have this calendar group here. I have everything in one group. All right, did it the hard way, but it's done. So when I go to do the next one, it should be a lot easier because I've got everything completed and grouped into the way I want it. Okay, I do have to add a few more circles there, but I'm just going to leave that the way it is for now and move on to the next one. So I'm going to copy it here, and I'm going to rename this new Jan group 1. Okay, now we've got a copy, and we're just going to move this right over here, place it right onto the next one. And that's probably good enough. First thing I have to change is the numbers and some of this information. So let's take a look here. I've got the date numbers here. Okay, so let's just change it one by one. January. Slide that over. Okay. The year is now 2019. Okay. And the month is 1. Okay. Alright. That's good. Okay. Let's change the numbers here. Let's just remove the circle boxes for now. So the date numbers is done. These are fine, these are fine. Okay, so you can see I can switch between the actual live one or just the picture. They're actually both exactly the same. It doesn't really matter. Next is, what the fuck is this? Mute. Okay. Next, we need to change the numbers. Don't know what that is. Red circles, let's get rid of those for now. December group, and I want to move this down by this thing here, so let's move the location. Let's move this right down here. Okay, right where it says 4, calendar section 4. So let's open this up, and here's the numbers section here, and let's just compare. Okay, so it begins with a 1, 2, 3 on the first line, so let's fix that. And let's just type it in. Got a 1, and we need to change this to 8 as the size. 8. Okay, and that's pretty much matched up there. Okay, got the 1, Got the 2. Then everything needs to be 8 here, so just make sure it's all set to size 8. Okay, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Let's drop it down. I'll change the colors later if they need to be. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 'kay. Let's go down to 13, and let's type in 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, this is tedious, but gotta get it done at least the first time. If you're making a calendar, you might have to change this every year, but once it's done, it's fucking done. You don't have to change it that often. If you have, you know, some new days, new holiday changes, then that should be very easily done. All you have to do is just change the color. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and that's it for that month, for January. Okay, so then I would just have to change the colors. For now, the colors are actually okay. We have a red, 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 red. This should be red. I also have some circles. So let's just move these around to where the other ones are. For this calendar, the circle represents a national holiday. So that's what the circles are doing in this calendar. I just want to keep that the same for now. Just copy what they have because it looks kind of cool, I guess. Need one more circle. And the way I made the circles was pretty easy. I just used an ellipse tool down here under the shapes area, right? I chose no fill with a red stroke of 1, I think it is. What's 1 now? I think it was actually 0.050 or something like that. 0.50 was the actual width that I came to for or something. So I've got the circles in. Okay. I've got all the information changed. And let's remove this one. And you can see, boom, it's done. Now how long did that take me? That took me, what, 5 to 7 minutes. And this is something that you're not going to be having to worry about very often. Maybe even only once a year. But now the calendar is finished for 2 months. Right? So once you've done all of this, then you've got a full custom calendar with the grids in there. And you can see how I've got the grid here, it's a light gray, right? So let's copy that. Let's do that now, because we've done all the work, right? Let's make it exactly how that one is. So all I would do, and I'm not going to change the width, I'm just going to worry about the color for now. So January's done. I'm going to close the group here. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to name this February. Okay. I'm going to move that over. Okay, I can check this for the spacing just to make sure that that's where it should be. Okay, that's about right. And again, we wanted to match the color that they have here, this nice color. It's a light gray. So I'm using a picture here. I can use either this picture or this live grid here. I'll try the picture and let's just see how it looks. First I'll try just turning down the opacity. See what that does. We're at 50%. We're at 40. We're at 30. That looks pretty similar. Nice light, doesn't strain the eyes. Let's click on the picture. And almost there. Let's just keep turning down the opacity. We're at 28, 23, we're at 19. And that's about right. Look at that. That is very similar to what was there before. Let's just remove this real quick so we can get a good look at the one next to it. And you can see that that is almost exactly the same as far as now the grid color and what we wanted. And we have a live version now, so we can make any changes we need to very quickly and easily. But it's going to take the work of first just doing it as I showed you guys how to do it. I hope that really helped, guys, how to build a grid table for a calendar in Photoshop. This started out as a live calendar that I found on a website. This is the website here. You download it here. You can actually custom modify this calendar. It's pretty awesome. And then you can open it up in Excel and you can modify it here. You can change some of the colors, and here it's live. But it is very difficult to import this live version into Photoshop. I don't know how to do it. So I said fuck it, and I said, well, I'll just build one myself, right? And let's just put this back for now before I forget. Okay. I'll just build one myself. And so that's what this tutorial was all about, just building a new live calendar version in Photoshop, because that's all you want to do so that you can have the freedom to edit all this stuff. The problem we have today is that once people make these nice beautiful documents in Excel, Excel seems to lack the creative freedom to let people change and modify things to the ease that they want to. So this is a beautiful document, but I'm not very good with Excel, and I don't understand how to do those things as well as others do. I prefer Photoshop because I can simply drag, drop, click, and it's done. Everything's live and easily done. So that was what this tutorial was about. It was about getting an Excel document, or getting an Excel-based document to basically have the same functionality in Photoshop. And I did that by just completely recreating the grid with strokes one by one, and then adjusting the boxes until I got pretty much exactly what I've got here. And by just taking my time and doing it right, I was able to duplicate the exact same thing. We have all of the information is separated onto a different layer. You have the date numbers here. Oh wait, that's the wrong layer. Let's go to the yes, the new February group. You have the date numbers here. You have the days of the week here. You have the box colors separated. You have the grid separated here. And then you have the internal numbers all separated, and even the red circles are separated there. You can modify and edit anything that you like. And I hope that helps. So thank you guys. Have a good day. Bye.